Live. We're going live. I am live. I'm live. I am live. Yeah, I'm live. Boys and girls, welcome back to another live one. I've decided to do this one. I'm running late tonight, I have to say. I'm just getting a bit. I'm running. I'm running late tonight. It's just I'm definitely running late tonight. It's kind of like I've just been reviewing a few beers, had a couple of real corkers. One of them could have been beer of the year, like you do, but I don't many people be watching because I'm late. So I decided to do a quick one, like you do. So can't really talk about football at the moment because there's been no football. Can't talk about anything really, apart from this week, of course. This week, of course, uh, Tesco and Asda have decided to take Grolsch off the shelves. Grolsch Lager may not be available anymore in the United Kingdom because of the lack of sales, most probably. He had a bit of a gimmick anyway with one of them, what I call them tops they have when they come up, boop, pop them off like you do. Anyway, I wanted to do this early because I didn't want to clash with the likes of Dean and Wonder Be a Wonder doing their thing. So, but then again, that's the way it goes. So, boys and girls, welcome back to another live thing on a Saturday. The beer I'm drinking, Drawing Butterfly. Drawing Butterfly has come up with a comment. If I bring Drawing Butterfly up, Drawing Butterfly. Hello, Mr. Drawing Butterfly. Very, very nice to hear from you. As always, it's always a pleasure when everyone turns in on a Saturday night to watch me. Must be a better alternative than I'm doing fine. How are you? I'm fine, mate. Absolutely fine. Tell us how you're doing, mate. What beers you're drinking, whatever you're doing, stick in the comments. We'll talk about it, talk about everything. So, the beer I'm drinking at the moment, because I'm running late. So I had to go and quickly snatch one out of the fridge, like you do. Just, any old beer would do, wouldn't it, boys and girls? Is from Wander Beyond. I'm drinking this. You see that? This is Secure Twilight Cherry Chocolate Imperial Stout, clocking in at 11%. It's beautiful. We have got a new comment from a new person, I think. Let's see what we're going. This is from Mr. Edward Gray. All right, my son. All right, geezer. How's it going? Tell me what beers you're drinking. I like to know what beers you're drinking. We can talk about it, whatever. You sound like a right Cockney boy. Tell us exactly what beers you're drinking and if you're an Arsenal or a Spurs or Chelsea boy. Nice one. Yes, so what am I talking about? Grolsch. I'm talking about Grolsch. Tesco and Asda have taken Grolsch off the shelves, much to many people's dismay. I haven't met a single person who's been dismayed by it. To be honest with you, I don't know anybody who's been drinking it since the 80s. Anyway, don't know if you remember that pop band in the 80s, the Brothers. I had Grolsch on the. I thought it was great. I thought it was great to put Grolsch tops on their shoelaces. Who the hell decides these fashion fads is beyond me. They decided to do that and, of course, sell a million zillion records at the same time. I can't think what they're called. Bros. That's what their name. Bros. Anyway, they made Grolsch famous to a degree. Obviously, a lot of their fan base, they were so young, too young to actually go out and buy anything, let alone a bottle of beer. So, yeah, that's our introduction to Grolsch. Anyway, what's been happening is, of course, craft beer has started to make its presence in superstores. Tesco, I have to say, were the first to do it. Now Morrison's has started to really push the envelope as well, as they're in a poor third, and Sainsbury's, well, don't even go to Sainsbury's, because Sainsbury's not even worth bothering to go into, to be honest. Sainsbury's are really shit. But it's starting to cool itself into, you know, make itself known in a couple of supermarkets. And of course, people turn towards something which is new and leave the old school stuff behind. And I suppose when it comes to kind of like craft beer and lagers, I think, you know, there's only one way forward, isn't there? There's only one way forward. It's craft beer's going to win. We've got another one from Mr. Edward Gray. Hello, mate. I would neck this, but I've got a bit of gas, and the reason why I've got a little bit of gas in my stomach is because I've just had this one. This one was an absolute belter. This one, Green Bart Skunk. This was 8.4%. 8.4%. 8.4. This was absolutely wonderful. It could have been my beer of the year. It's very close to being my beer of the year. That is beautiful. But at the moment, I'm just taking it easy. So there you go. Yeah. So cheers for that comment, Mr. Gray. It's always nice to see a new name come up and join us for a laugh and a natter, like you do. So yeah. So that's the end of Grolsch in England, in British supermarkets. That's the end of it. So I don't know what your corner shops, if your corner shops will be doing it, but I can't see it anywhere. They've sold off the shelves already. I thought Tesco might stick them on the shelves and sell them for 50p a bottle. But it's like I won't be able to review that until I get abroad, most probably. But you know, I don't think I'm missing much. I don't think I'm missing much. So I'm going to go in with this. Cheers. It is lovely. So let's get to the pricing of craft beer. Let's get to the thing what's holding it back is the pricing of the stuff. So this one, double IPA. This was from Wylam. Now this one was £8.50. That can of beer was £8.50. Shocking stuff. This one was, I think, was about £7. This is what's holding it back. But it's enjoyable stuff. It's stuff which, once you have it, you don't want to look at anything else. It's beautiful, beautifully brewed. It's beautifully put together. It's lovely. It really is. It's fantastic stuff. So yeah, is it worth the money? Is it worth the outlay? At the moment, it most probably is. As time goes by, and when craft beer does take over the supermarkets, and believe you me, it will take over the supermarkets. We've got Thomas McCarthy. Thomas McCarthy has turned up. Hello, Thomas. Nice to say hi. Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you. With a name like that and with a little thumbnail like that, I take it you are Irish. Correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to Irish beers, I'm not that well versed in Irish beers. You know, you got the Guinness, you got the Murphys. Whiplash was my favourite Irish brewery, I have to say. So yeah, thank you very much again. Just to say hello, and I know Dean's on in about half an hour. Doing his 1,000 sub thing, but you know, all the best for Dean anyway. Yeah, nice to hear from you, mate. So I've just talked a little bit about the pricing of beer at the moment. It's a little bit astronomical, but I think as time goes by, as supermarkets open their shelves to more popular tastes, I think the price of craft beer will start to fall down. and everybody will start enjoying it. And yeah, so the beer, yeah, Thomas McCarthy, Whiplash. Oh, if I can show it, bring it up. They are. I've only had a couple of beers from them. They are very, very, very well respected brewery. Even the shops you go to over, I went to York, picked up a couple of cans of theirs. Even the shops, the people working the shops held them in such high regard. They are fantastic brewery. They are, I have to say, they are beautiful. The beer I reviewed, the double IPA, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a Nice Dream. It was called. It was absolutely gorgeous. They are absolutely wonderful, and it's kind of like they're one of them breweries, which for me, I will always look out for in a shop. If I see a Whiplash brewery, I will always say, get a can of that. I'll get a can of that. So we have got a comment from a very dear friend of mine, who I haven't talked to much lately because it's for obvious reasons. Paddy, nice to hear from you, mate. It's nice to know that you're nice to know that you're back into the beering type thing going, mate. So it's nice to hear from you. Let's see what else he's come up with. On a craft lager, nice one, Paddy, mate. You enjoy it, mate. You enjoy it. You've earned that. The past couple of weeks you've had, so you enjoy it. Thomas Carver, we should not be relying on the supermarkets who do not care for suppliers and producers, are only interested in making profit and cut the throat. Yes, they do. You're right there, Thomas, because what's happening is, well, you look at Tesco, you look at the roster of beers Tesco have got in for the latter year. I've noticed with Tesco, they change their beers twice a year. It's Easter. For in line with Easter, they change their beers, and they usually change their beers beginning of summer, maybe August. They brought in this second wave of beer, and I have to say, Tesco being a prime example, they've gone for quantity over quality for me. They really have. That is the way it's gone on. They've gone over quality for quantity, and I think it's not a good reflection on the craft beer scene. And if anybody who goes into Tesco's who picks these up, and picks these craft beers up, and I haven't had a craft beer before, it's not really, unless you're playing lottery, it's not really a good it's not really a good introduction for people, is it? You not review ciders, I do review a couple of ciders, Edward. Keep peel on this channel. I'll be doing more ciders in the coming weeks. I'm wanting to do that. Not too sure about that, Thomas, but Stefan Bream is in. Stefan, thank you very much for that, mate. If you put in a comment, if you want any beers sent to you, tell us. I'll try to arrange a package to go to you also. It would be really, really appreciative. I'm really, really flabbergasted that you're doing that, mate. So thank you for that. I will try to, if you want any beers, email me. Yes, I will send you anything you want, and you can try some English craft beer or whatever. I will sort it out and send it back to you. It's very well appreciated, Stefan. Thank you very much, mate. Really is. It really is. Believe you me. So we have got Panny Beers. What's the best supermarket for beers? Panny, mate. Panny. I know you haven't been really reviewing beers at the moment. At the moment, you got your Tesco. Tesco have brought out some great beers. They're not all brilliant. Morrison's are coming up trumps as well, mate. Morrison's are also worth having a look. They're the two main players at the moment for craft beer. For me, I haven't checked Marks and Spencer what's going on in there, but They are the two main supermarkets for craft beers at the moment. So get down there, pick something up. You're not the best thing to do, Panny, is pick a beer up you never heard of before and review it. It's the best thing to do, and that's what I've been doing. And they've been either hit or miss. It's well worth just doing that, Panny, mate. It really is. Um, yeah, we got know what Thomas was saying. We got the Blue Van Man. The Blue Van Man. The legend is the Blue Van Man is here. Beer of the year so far. Blue Van Man FC. I've got my beer of the year. I'm going to show you. This is for me. It's a little bit different, a little bit left field. Not, I don't think many people will like this beer, but for me, it has to be the Willy Tonka. That one. It's not what you expect. It's not a real luxurious chocolatey stout. It was more of a bitter, savoury stout. That's what I liked about it. A little bit different, but a close second for beer of the year, I have to say, is that one there from Wylam. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So thank you for that, Blue Van Man FC. Sorted. Thomas McCarthy's come up with a great comment. There's also a certain percentage of people, he says, because who will never come over. They are just drink the usual same beer. Yes, the people who stick to the same brand of beer. I've touched on this before in live streams. The prime example is the Witchwood Brewery. You know, that is, if there was ever a beer, I keep saying in these live streams, there's ever a beer with brand loyalty for me, it's Witchwood. You know, the Hobgoblin, all the artwork. But obviously, Marston's are continually trying to, you know, shoot themselves in the foot over this. And what you're getting is, you know, they've changed the labels, changed the whole identity of it. And it's become absolutely horrible what they've done to the Hobgoblin. And it's it's respected beers in that same category. But you're right. It's like if you're a Guinness drinker, you're a Guinness drinker. If you know, but you know, that's the way the world goes. You know, you get people who like Marmite and stick to Marmite, and people who like a bit of everything. So, yes, it's part of human nature, I suppose. People like to be safe and be, what's the word? Confident in what they have, in a way. So I don't think that'll ever change, Thomas. But it's a good point. It's a good point, mate. So what we've got here is from Broa Polish, Browazesko. Hello, Browazesko. Very nice of you to join us. A new one. As ever, please tell me about yourself in the comments. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you brew. Tell me if you, well, I think you are a brewer. You're Polish brewer. Big fan of Polish beers. My favourite Polish beer, I've had a few of them. God, crikey. I like the Żywiec Porter. That was nice. Okocim Mokna was really good. What else did we have? Kozak from Brower Amber. That was a lovely beer as well. So I've had some great Polish beers in my time, but it's always nice to have a newbie on telling, you know, just popping in saying hello. It's nice to know that, you know, there's people out there who watch this and appreciate what we do and everything like that. So it's great as always. So yeah, so the beers I've reviewed, well, I've showed you two of them. There's another one which I got from the Steam Machine Brewery near me, which I was a little bit. I love the beer, but sometimes when you get a little bit critical from you do get criticised from the brewer now and again. This is the first time I've actually done a beer from a brewer who actually criticises beer tubers in a way, which is a bit naughty in a way. I just let the cat out. Well, she's still there in a way. So it's weird. It brings home why, you know, when you do beer reviews, when you get somebody who who is in more, well, I would say more authority than you, because he's a brewer and he owns his own brewery, starts to criticise beer tubers. I think he did, he's done it a couple of times, I think, and he's done some other things. Anybody, it's one of these people. He criticise somebody's beer or whatever, they tend to throw a wobbler at you and say you don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that. Let's see who we got up. Mr. Darren Hawthorne. I'm here, Mr. Brown. Saturday night would not be Saturday night without Mr. Darren Hawthorne. It surely wouldn't. It would no way be Saturday night without Mr. Hawthorne just popping in and saying hello, like he does in his inimitable style, like he does. No, Mr. Hawthorne, I'm not drunk tonight. I have to say I'm running late tonight, as you can see by the time I've come on. I'm about an hour late. And there's various reasons for that, Mr. Hawthorne. Various reasons. We've got another comment from Thomas McCarthy. He says, I'm going to any bar in Ireland, you get the same taps, Budweiser, Guinness, maybe Murphy's, Carlsberg. I would imagine Ireland has got a lot more under its belt than them beers. I think O'Hara's, is that O'Hara's? Another great brewery from Ireland with Whiplash. I did another beer from Ireland. Can't remember. Is it Marks and Spencer? Can't remember what it's called now. It was like a lager, some extreme downstream. I think it's called Downstream Brewery. That was Irish, I think. But for me, people, when people say about Irish beers, they'll always go to the black stuff because the amount of power it has over the world, it's huge. The amount of impression it has on the tourists when they come to Ireland is huge. So I suppose it does bring tourists into Ireland, which is great to see. But there's more to the Irish beer culture than the black stuff. But it's I suppose it must be quite hard for people to realise there is more to Irish beer than just Guinness, if you know what I mean. It's just the way of the world. I've got to let the cat out. Now, I was wanting to bring, because I don't know if anybody of you noticed that I've got another cat. I've got a kitten. He's been absolutely pain in the arse. He's been hanging off the ceiling and calling up the curtains and everything. And I was wanting to bring her on tonight, but she's just done a run us, which is a at the end of the day, you can't control the animals, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go in. So cheers, everybody. It gets better as you go in, that really does. Oh, it's like a hybrid. That beer. It's a bit like a hybrid. It's got a really zingy, sweety, sour cherry with a chocolate thing going on. But it's really, really lovely. It really is. So, boys and girls, we've discussed quite a bit in 23 minutes. We've talked about a whole manner of things. We've talked about beers, favourite beers. We've talked about Grolsch. We talked about the fantastic beers I'll review today. So, boys and girls out there, if you're watching, tell me exactly what you're drinking. I'd like to know, as always, what beer have you got in your hand now while watching the likes of me? It's always a pleasure talking to you lot. So tell us what you're drinking and we'll have a laugh like you do. But we won't talk about any British politics or anything like that. This place isn't a place for politics. This place is a place for beer and banter, if you know what I mean. Nothing, no more politics, please. I've had it up to here with politics. This country's an absolute fucking joke. Anyway, so thank you for joining me for another live one. So I'm going to crack these open in a minute, actually. I've just got given 2 cans of this. This is a Florida Vice from Thornbridge. I'm just going to crack these open in a minute. I do like a good Vice. I do like Thornbridge Brewery. Thornbridge Brewery for me are fantastic brewery. Really, really enjoy them. Beers are very consistent in a way, um, more than a lot of other beers from British breweries. So yeah, it's fantastic stuff. So we've got another comment. Hopefully it'll come up. We got another comment. Is it going to come up? Chrysler Imperial H, new follower. Chrysler, if you're coming up, is he coming up? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're drinking a beer, let us know exactly what you're drinking, as ever. Thank you very much for joining us. I don't know what's come up on my computer screen there. I'll just knock that off. Thing is, with this computer I'm doing, they get all these kind of like security protection notifications coming up. It's a load of crap. Thank you very much for joining us, Krista. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what beers you've been, you enjoy and stuff, or whereabouts you live and stuff you buy, or bars you frequent. This is the place to tell it, tell it how it is. There's no bullshit on this stream. We'll have a laugh and whatever. Thomas McCarthy has come up with hopefully a rather good comment. O'Hara's is my local brewery. They export about 80% of their beer. How to find us in most bars? A few local bars will have it, and a couple of craft beer will also have it. O'Hara's is that they export about 80% of their beer. So O'Hara's, I would imagine, this has been naive, Thomas. I imagine O'Hara's, most of their market will be America, because America, for me, they go crazy over they go crazy over the they go crazy over the the Irish beers in the market. I've got to go, my son. See you at work Monday. All right, cheers, Eddie, old son. No worries. As always. It's always a pleasure. What we got? Guinness. Guinness is now brewed by Budweiser in America. Has the quality of that beer diminished? I'd like to know. I'd really like to know, Thomas. Tell us exactly. Has the quality of that beer diminished down and watered down? No, with Guinness, and I think the same has to be said for Newcastle Brown Ale as well in America. There's a big, big following for like anything which is kind of like traditionally brewed or has the history behind the beer. It's a lot of there's a lot of kind of like pull towards that. I suppose it's the same with them Americans um, with the royal family. I suppose I love anything traditionally English. I think of London. I think of Shakespeare. I think of Sherlock Holmes. They think of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Not really. What we got? We've got Lagunitas IPA. If you had, yes, I have had. I do like the IPA. Had the Maximus from Lagunitas. Did not think much of that one. I thought it was a little bit too much malt forward for me. I just think it didn't have much hoppiness in the taste of it. But I do like the IPA Lagunitas. It's always been a beer which I highly respect, and it's always been available everywhere, which is great also. So I do like Lagunitas IPA. It's lovely stuff, and it's affordable stuff as well. Go back 10 years ago, no one's ever heard of Lagunitas IPA. So yes, as always, cracking stuff indeed. I was going to sort of take a gulp of this one. Fantastic stuff. That's lovely. Beautiful. Oh, gets better as you drink it, that really does. Big fan of Wonder Beyond. Anybody out there have had a Wonder Beyond beer? Tell us exactly if you had one, because they're beautiful, beautiful beers. Beautiful beers indeed. So, at the moment, we've had comments from Edward Gray. We've had comments from Thomas McCarthy. We've had comments from Quista Imperial H. We've had comments from Drawing Butterfly. And it's been okay so far. We've talked mostly about beer. We haven't talked about anything crap. We haven't talked about anything regarding regarding celebrities and stuff like that, which is great. This is a beer world I live in, and hopefully you're all living in a beer world too, if you know what I mean. So I've got to crack these open in a minute. Raspberry sour, hazy raspberry sour. Anybody out there likes a good sour? Let us know. So usually within beer tuber circles, say, the build up to Christmas is quite important for a beer reviewer, because this is when you start. Thomas, he's come up with one. This is when you start, when the shops start to bring out a little bit of special stuff, or you go out your way to buy special beers for the lead up to Christmas. Because the way I see Christmas is it's a block of holiday where you review beer, because it's a festive season. Even though not many people watch you at Christmas, it's always an important part of the beer tuber calendar for me. Thomas McCarthy says, drinking 12 Acres Oatmeal Porter. It sounds fantastic, Thomas. Tell us more about it. He has done. It's an easy 5.2%. You can't beat a good traditional porter, Thomas, can you, mate? It's always nice to drink something rather pleasant like that. Really is. It's always nice. So, as ever, as I'm going back, Christmas. Yes, Christmas is going to be a little bit different for this channel, because I won't be in England this Christmas for the first time in my life. I am in Spain and I will be reviewing Spanish beers. So if I get the Mahou, or if I get the, I've done Estrella Galicia, I've done Estrella Damm, I'll be doing a load of Spanish beers over Christmas, which a lot of my contemporaries will be scoffing at, because they'll be having some lovely, beautiful English, brilliant beers. Because he knows over Christmas, beer tubers up their game in their beers. They up their game. They get more special beers in. But with me, I'll be drinking lager in the Spanish sun. So yeah, fantastic stuff. So what we got from Thomas again? Yeah, easy 5.2. Why not indeed? We got another comment coming up, and this is from Mr. B. Mr. B. I'll tell you what, Mr. B, 175. If I can bring you up, mate. Thank you for coming in. I'll tell you what, I do watch YouTube, not as often that I could, but I have to say, Mr. B, I've been watching you this week, and I've been really, really appreciative of your comments and everything. I do like your videos. I really do. I really like your videos. It's great watching you. Yes, so thank you very much coming in and just saying hello. Tell us if you're drinking a beer. Tell us if you like, what beers you like and whatever. Just tell us. Pop us in the comments. And yeah, nice. And I'd like to do something with you. Maybe we should sort something out. We could do like a hangout together. It would be great, Mr. B175. He says, "Hey kids." He goes, he's come out again. He's got, thanks, man. Yeah, he is truly, Mr. B. Truly, it is. It's always great watching. It's always a pleasure actually connecting to different people on YouTube, and actually, you are a pleasure. So yeah, we'll do. We'll sort something out as ever. We've got another comment coming up. If I can bring it up, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Fantastic stuff. It's always a laugh. This is what this is the beauty of YouTube, because I don't really do stuff socially with other beer tubers, but I will do stuff. But the reason why I don't really do much with other beer tubers, because we most probably because we're doing the same thing. But when you watch videos of other people doing slightly different things, you think, yeah, it'll work if we start. I like the sense of this guy's sense of humor. I like the way he comes across in his videos. Let's do something. I think that would be really good, Mr. B175. So we're on for that. I will send you a message sometime this week and we'll sort something out. It'd be great to do something. I think it would be good. Beer and something. Yeah, we'll chat soon, mate. Chat soon. So I'm just going in with my Imperial Cherry Chocolate, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful stuff. So what we got coming up? Slime Sky. Slime Sky. This guy, for me, is a legend. Reason why I say that is because every Saturday I do this, he's always there. He's always there. Slime Sky, yo, do your live. I'm on my 5th pint of Old Crafty N. I do like Crafty N. I have to say, Crafty N for me is a good beer. It's a beer which has fond memories for me because it's one of the first beers I reviewed on this channel way back 4.5 years ago. So it's always great to have that beer. It's got a real soft spot for it. What else we got coming up on the comments from Mr. Sam Sky? We've had a lot of this tonight. It's like people's got put a comment in and oops, forgot a word. I put in the second comment. It come out in the second comment and stuff like that. Yes, as always, nice as always. It's always nice to see you nice, as Brucey Forsyth used to say. So yeah, so we'll have a recap of who's come in and who's flown off. We've had Mr. B175 come in. Sounds great. We'll do something together, mate. We've had Slime Sky, which is becoming a bit of a legend to me because this guy is always there. Bang on. Can't read comments. It's always nice to hear from him. And also Thomas McCarthy is coming from Ireland, saying he's drinking some fantastic porter. So let's see who else is coming in. It's strong. Crafty N is strong slime. That's why it's called crafty. Now, it's a strong beer. It's a beer for me. Crafty N should be drunk at room temp. Shouldn't have it in the fridge. Shouldn't have it chilled. It's definitely a beer to drink while at room temp. I've had it cold for me, and it's never really tasted right cold. But at room temperature, Crafty N is a cracking beer. I don't care what these beer snobs say because there's a lot of snobbery about that, and I will do a live stream on snobbery because I think it should be addressed as always. It's always should be addressed, beer snobbery, because it's becoming more and more apparent as craft beer is staying at that price that everybody expects it to stay for a certain time. And you got normal people going to the supermarket picking up normal beers. So it's at the moment it's two different people drinking beer, which shouldn't be right. Everybody should be drinking the same quality of beer at the same price. So there's something which I'm going to maybe next year on this channel start to protest about is the price of beer, price of beer should fall in line with a working man's wage. I don't care if how posh you are as a brewer, it should be affordable to everybody. And I think I might do a campaign next year on that. We have got what you're drinking at the moment, Slime Sky. What am I drinking at the moment? I'm drinking a beer from, I would say, my favourite brewery. It's not their best beer from their brewery, but it's still pretty good stuff. And I'm drinking. Can you drink that? Can you see that? It's Sakura Twilight Cherry Chocolate Imperial Stout, 11% from Wander Beyond Brewing. Very, very good stuff, mate. Very good stuff. It's not the best from them, but it's still, compared to others, worth it. But for me, I had the better beer before, and that is that one. The Green Butt Skunk from Wylam is brilliant. Brilliant beer. Could have been beer of the year for me. So let's see who else is on. Captain Meats Adventures, Drinking Meantime Lager. Thank you for joining us, Captain Meats Adventures. Meantime Lager. I haven't had Meantime Lager for a very long time, to be honest. I don't really rate Meantime to a degree. Reason why I said that is because of the stout, and the stout was pretty bad. Can't remember what it's called. Something to do with London. All their beers are to do with London. I've had, yeah, the lager I think was okay, if I remember. But sometimes their beers, the quality of them, are not as good. And not as good. 4 for 6. Yeah, well, you can't complain, can you, for 4 for 6? He's coming up with that. 4 for 6, you can't complain for 4 for 6, can you, really, to be honest? It's a good deal at the end of the day. See what he comes up with. He's coming up again. If we come up. In the Asda. Yeah, well, Asda isn't the best place for supermarket beers. I would have to say Tesco and Morrison's for you. Go to Tesco and Morrison's. I think they're a little bit better craft beers. Let's see what Slime Sky. He says, expensive beers put me off. I'm reluctant to spend any more than £3 for a 500ml bottle. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it has to be like a price cap on beer. At the moment, it's a bit stupid. You got these, exclusive artisan breweries who are producing beer in limited qualities, and of course, when they produce the beer in limited qualities, the price of the beer itself goes through the roof. What it should be doing is they should be producing more quantity of that beer to be affordable for everybody, and I think that is not happening. They seem to think exclusivity is the way to go. But I think they'll make more money if they produce it on a larger scale for more people and drop the costs more. I know where you're coming from with that. It's the same with anything. I think when BrewDog started to come into supermarkets, they opened the door for a lot of other brewers, which is great. And it all falls down to one thing. It all falls down to the supermarket buyer, the person who's responsible for buying products into a chain of supermarkets, because they're the ones who are key in this. And it's all down to one thing. It's all down to price. It's all down to how much quantity of beer they can buy and how much they can sell it for at a profit. And of course, in some cases, in some supermarkets, they have lines of products which make a loss, but they make a loss on purpose to get people through the doors in the first place to buy other products. And I suppose that's the way their mentality works. So when it comes to supermarket beers, they'll have stuff in for £3, but it's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily brilliant. And I think what I'm finding is that these brewers, these craft brewers, I don't think they're quick to brew beer on a big scale. They're brewed to they're quick to brew beer on a certain capacity. And what I think is happening is the fact is that they cannot meet the demand of a supermarket. I've had it before. I've done a Tesco thing years ago, well, months ago, about them not being able to replenish stuff properly on their shelves. And this is what I think what's happening. Tesco want numbers. They want quantity over quality. They want to fill themselves. They want to sell you beer, irrespective of the quality of the beer. And I think, of course, the normal average person on the street will not know much about what beer, the background of breweries, or anything. And I honestly think that they'll go in and they'll visually see what's attractive to them. You go, going to Tesco for Pure. Yeah, the cans look great. The BrewDog looks great. They'll pick them up because it looks on the eye. That label does more to them than the beer itself, and I think that's where Tesco is starting to unravel in a way. Because for me, I think that people starting to realise that some of the beers are absolutely rubbish they've got in there. The Mothership, Brut Pale, Brut IPA. I can't remember the specific beer of it. I think that is, to me, absolutely fucking shite. Terrible. But it's not a good advert for craft beer. It's not a good advert for craft beer because, it'll put a few people off it, to be honest. The style of, different styles of beer. People should try all the different styles of beer. And I'll tell you what, it's like anything. It's like any genre of beer, every style of beer, there'll be a few nuggets of pure brilliance and there'll be a few nuggets of absolute tosh. And for me, I think the supermarkets have to be more consistent in their quality of beer than anything else. It's important that they get the quality of the beer on themselves, for me, at the affordable price. It's no good just putting something out with a flashy can and think they're gonna, for £3 a can, and think that people are mugs enough to buy it and put up with it. So there is a thin line. There is something which you've got to address if you want to make it work. For me, I think Morrison's is starting to pull it off better than Tesco at the moment. But that's my own opinion of it. I think the quality's got to be there for people. If not, the everyday man on the street is not going to pay £7 or £8 for a can of beer, are they? Unless you're into beer, you're not going to do it. So that's the way I look at it. So that's a great answer to that, Simon Scott, and a great question too. So, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me on this live Saturday night 20. I can't believe I've done 20 of these throughout the year. And I must admit, I've absolutely enjoyed doing them because I love the interaction. I love talking to people who watch us, put the comments up, and it's fantastic. I really do. Anything beer, anything related to beer, anything about anything, you can put in the comments, and I'll always try to have an answer for you. Sometimes don't have an answer for everything in life, but some people might give me an answer to the things in my life. There you go. So I'm just going to dive in with this Wander Beyond. Oh, absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. It really is. Wander Beyond. My brewery of the year. Wander Beyond. I have to say. This time next year, this time last year, I never had a Wander Beyond beer. Say no more. So it's 15 minutes in. I'll go for another 10 minutes, maybe, if there's any life out there, like you do. So we've talked about lots of things. We talked about stuff. Talked about beer, talked about supermarkets, talked about no football tonight because there hasn't been any football. I don't know how Pompey did, but let us know in the comments. Any Pompey boys out there? I think one of the Beyond's doing something with Dean, which I might pop into on in a minute. So all I can say to you, I might not this on the head tonight because I think we've run its course tonight. So boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me on this live one. It's been great as always. Just put it in the comments. Anything you want to say. I will be on next week as ever. As ever, I'll be on next week. Always am. Or should I stay on for another 10 minutes? Not sure. Just going for a gap. Nothing beer. Lovely stuff. I think I'll knock on the head. The comments have slowed up. Everyone's watching Dean. I'm going to go and watch Dean now. So, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me. Join me next week. We'll be Saturday Night Live 21. Really appreciate everybody's comments in this one. As always, you all stars, and I shall see you all next week.